Hey, welcome everybody
everyone.
to the new and improved Streamisho. My name is Tim, with me is Dave, and this time behind the controls, which you can see, is Robin. Maybe you can give a little shout out.
Hey.
Hey Robin. So yeah, welcome to our brand new studio. I saw some confusion on the forums. People thought we actually moved to a new office. We didn't. We just moved our studio basically. Well, we've got an actual...
The streaming studio, basically.
Yeah.
Not the development studio
Yeah.
that's still in the same building.
Exactly. We've got the streaming studio. We've actually got a streaming studio right now. So instead of...
It's also our storage space.
it's also our... Robin, don't break the illusion right now.
We're actually in space.
Oh. Okay, so I bet you all know why we're here today. We're here to talk about X the Interloper, the new character coming up, which won the Design Your Not contest. Dave's been working really hard on the character, so we're gonna show you everything about it after the stream. A beta will go live, so be prepared for that. We've also announced that, so we've got some other cool new stuff to announce. Well, some little things, but first, to make things clear. X will be patch or update 3.3 and not 3.2.
Yeah.
So to make that more clear, we're currently still working on the new matchmaking, which will be in patch 3.2. An extensive beta period for that will also be held.
Yeah.
So that will be coming up. We're working really hard on it. At the moment, there's actually a test going on between a few of the guys who are doing well, we would call it a home test.
Home test.
Home test, so it's a bit more extensive to actually test networking more properly. So yeah, don't worry, we're still working on that. We're actually doing this beta right now because X is one of the more complex characters we've done so far. So a very early beta test will help Dave a lot with developing the character more.
Yeah, all the feedback will really help this character a lot, I feel.
Yeah. It's really necessary because, like we said, it's a really complex character. So yeah, you'll probably notice that once you play the beta and once we show it off, you'll know it's a very complex character.
Yeah.
So don't worry, everybody who was thinking, well, what about the matchmaking and all that kind of stuff? It's happening. 3.2. Look forward to it, and more announcements on that in the future.
Yeah.
So talking about X and 3.3 and the beta, there's actually gonna be a beta brawl, another beta brawl. The teams have already been set. And it will be this Sunday, was it right?
Yeah, this Sunday. Saturday they will be doing the matches, I believe. And then Sunday it will be streamed by some of the casters. It's all hosted by Bure. It should be all a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I believe that in every team that participates, an X needs to be present. So all the feedback from that tournament will go directly to me in this case. So that's really appreciated. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So
yeah, so if you're eager to see some high-level X play, be sure to tune in Sunday to the beta brawl. More announcements about that will be on our Twitter and probably our Facebook as well, so you'll know when and where to get all the action. So yeah, that's going to be really cool. Next up, something we've already mentioned in a previous Streamisho, but we just want to just point it out again, and we want to thank Cole for all the support he did for the Mumble server for Awesomenauts. He did it for 4 years, which was amazing. He did it all on his own, and we just want to thank him again for all the hard work he put in it. And there's already a new
server up. Yeah.
Somebody else is hosting it now.
Details are on the forum.
Yeah, the details about that are on our forum, so go over there, check it out, and talk to all the other Awesomenauts players and get some matches. Get some matches going.
Yeah.
And thanks again, Cole, for all your hard work.
Thanks, Cole.
We love you.
Okay, so next up, we're also working on some other fixes. You might have noticed there were some. We reset the leagues. There were some issues with that, but
yeah, initially we removed the league resets.
Yeah.
But this ended up making certain leagues huge. And a lot of people weren't getting great matches or too hard. The matchmaking was going too tough from them.
Yeah.
So and they weren't moving in rating at all. So we decided, okay, so now we're gonna reintroduce the league reset because it's better because that keeps people playing, so they can get that rating up and in the leaderboards.
Yeah, it's more fair to the players.
Yeah, it's more fair to the players, basically. But what ended up being the case is that to prevent these like large leagues, we first made the leagues a little bit smaller. To make them smaller, and then we forgot to revert that when we did the reset. So that made for like very small League One, like almost 30 people were in League One.
Yeah, that's way too small.
Yeah, that's way too small. So
a patch for that has gone live as we speak.
Yeah,
is that true, Robin?
Is it true, Joost?
Joost told me he fixed it. So.
Okay, it should be fixed now. So if you can get back into the higher leagues, there's not only 30 people in those anymore. So yeah, that's a good thing. We're also working on fixes for the Starstorm map. Some tests for that have already been done, and the designers.
Yeah, Jasper has been working with the community to implement the feedback, from the players directly into the Starstorm map. See more of that in the future. Probably in a beta as well first.
Yeah, that will need to be tested first. So that's.
I believe some changes were already implemented, but some art changes need to be made for it to be complete. So that's why it's not in this beta.
Yeah. So yeah, if you were having issues with the Starstorm map, look forward to changes to that, and to we're also always working on making everything better in the game. So that will be an improvement as well. We just got confirmation from Joost that the league hotfix is indeed live. So
thanks, Joost.
Thanks, Joost. Last but not least, we just want to point out again to everybody who missed it in a previous Streamisho or during the patch. If you follow Awesomenauts on Steam, you can get a Killer Koala Ayla skin for free, for nothing. So we just wanted to point that out again. We don't have a fancy picture for that, sadly. Yeah, for the people who missed it, you can get a free Ayla skin if you follow Awesomenauts on Steam. How to do that is, I think it's on our Facebook as well. So yeah, be sure to do that. It's a cool skin.
You just follow the community and it's all done. Really, it's not that hard.
It's not very difficult. So before we move on to the brunt of the show, let's do a raffle. I think.
Where's the raffle button?
Robo-scoop.
Oh, snap! It's Robo-scoop. So there's no need to put in a keyword. Robin will raffle from all the participants and all the viewers.
Let's do that in 1 or 2 minutes, because I actually just accidentally reset the counter.
Robin, please.
Sorry. Please type the next 2 minutes, and you might win a Robo-scoop.
Just to clarify, if you're
in the chat.
If you've already won a Robo-scoop, you will not be eligible to win another time. So. Sorry, all you previous winners, you lucky bastards. You can get another one.
Right, there's actually about 120 people in the list right now, so you want to do a countdown?
Let's roll it. Just
roll it.
Roll it.
Chrisley Bear. And just give me a second to see if he already won one.
Maybe you gave him... well, it's not really false hope if he already has one, right?
No.
We're just chilling out in space.
He's in a place where he doesn't lose any hope ever.
We're chilling out in space. We've got all the time in the world.
Are you spaced out?
Hi-yo.
Definitely.
So yeah,
we should have elevator lounge music.
Yeah, we should. We really should. Is there? What's the Awesomenauts equivalent of elevator music? The shop music.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Shop music.
Although it's very happy for elevator music.
Rufflenauts music.
We're not doing keywords anymore. We're just picking a person from the chat.
It seems like he hasn't won one yet, so congratulations, Chrisley Bear.
Chrisley Bear.
Chrisley Bear, congratulations on your Robo-scoop. Robin will send you a key through Twitch messaging, so check your Twitch inbox in a few. If it doesn't pop up right now, check back a little later. Robin's very busy behind all the controls and the buttons.
Enjoy. Enjoy the skin.
So, let's move on to X. First, I don't think we have to... Wait, hold up. We gotta open the game just first.
We're gonna open the game.
Yeah.
Wait a second, Robin.
So,
Okay, the game is
if you didn't know yet, X is the newest upcoming character for Awesomenauts, and it was designed entirely by the community.
Yeah. So a contest happened, design and art contest, and people could vote for the. Well, we first chose designs from like the many designs that we got in.
Yeah. We got some.
And we
designs.
went down to 5, I believe.
Yeah.
In the end, it was 5, and then the community chose X as the winner. So I've been working on him ever since.
Yeah, and aside from the design, his abilities and all that stuff, also the graphics were basically designed by
the community as
somebody from the community as well. So in the same process went over that, and now we're also for the first time ever we're actually having a contest for the voice of X, which has already been the submissions have been closed, and we're currently narrowing down the finalists. We're almost there.
Yeah, yesterday we had a meeting
about all the
voices and
the final guys in the running.
Yeah.
So yeah, there will be an announcement about that in the future.
Together with the guys of Sonic Picnic.
We do have to point out that the graphics for X that were designed by Pixel Hat have had a slight revision, but they've also been done by Pixel Hat himself in collaboration with him. And he's also done the amazing splash art that's in the game right now, in collaboration with our very own Gijs, or Xin, as you may know him.
This one.
Yeah, that's it. I think it turned out really cool, and we're glad we can collaborate with the community like this. So Dave's been working on X for quite a while now, right?
Yeah.
On his abilities and all that stuff. How's that been going?
In the beginning, it was quite tough. There weren't a lot of restrictions set to design. Obviously, they had a limited amount of word count to convince us of the skill. But there were a lot of limitations to it. For example, his first skill, which is the swap ability, which I will show in the game in a second, where he switches places with another character. You already see, okay, this can cause some issues. Specifically, what will happen if you get, for example, behind a turret? Can you swap with another player?
Yeah.
And you will see what we decided upon that in a second. But like those kind of issues came upon in the beginning, and I had to like
figure out all those kinds of the little details which you maybe don't think of right away. All the exceptions and all the things that can happen.
Right, and things need to be clear to new players as well. Like, okay, what's happening to this character? Because it was kind of complex in a way. So together with the artist, we found out some really like clear visuals for some of his skills, which is also great. So let's show people how it turned out, and we'll discuss his skills in more detail. Yes.
So if you're interested in the progress of working on a character and all that kind of stuff, be sure to check out our dev streams, which are daily at 3 o'clock. How do you call it? Amsterdam time.
Yeah. GMT +1.
GMT +1. So, and you can see the development on X and all kinds of new features for the game. And so Dave's been working in those streams on the character, and with a lot of feedback from those viewers, he's been able to.
Yeah, the streams have definitely been helpful as well. From the early stages, I've already been streaming X, and I got a lot of good feedback from it. A lot of situations that I personally didn't think about. Came upon like the thoughts of the viewers. So that's great to see that kind of involvement.
Yeah, it's a great way of working.
Yeah. Great, specifically because this is community designed, not.
Yeah, so this enforces that idea even more. Yeah. So now let's talk about the character in game. Let's just start with the most basic thing: his attack.
His auto attack. Yeah. Well, as you see here, he has a bolt and 3 small crystals actually.
Yeah.
Small crystals. The crystal is like the entire theme of this character.
Yeah, it's a crystal-based
character. If you read his backstory, once you go into the beta, you'll also be able to read that, of course. It's a crystalline being, and his auto attack in this case is a small bolt that has a larger distance, and 3 smaller even smaller bolts, like shotgun bolts.
Yeah, for close range.
Crystals.
Yeah.
For close range damage. So the long range crystal obviously does a little bit more damage than the 3 individual ones, but together it does a lot of damage for an auto attack.
But it does quite a bit of damage, but that's basically his only
It's its
damage
only
source.
main damage source is his auto attack. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's primary. A bit like Genji in a way.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh
good
yeah.
attack.
Yeah. It's a very nice comparison because X is also a support node, right?
Yeah, he's kind of he's a support node.
Okay, so let's hop into the abilities. First
Okay.
up,
Yeah, you see, there's a
that's probably the most lengthy
description that
description we
we
have in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, let me buy both and then just go over the skills. I actually need another mod.
Yeah, he's very much based around
Yeah.
well, other characters.
Is Robin in game? Robin is not in game.
No, I can launch the game if you want.
Would be quite helpful, but I can show it anyway with some other guys. Okay, so his second,
I'll boot it.
so his first special skill is the psionic bond / displace. Initially, when you press the right mouse button, he throws out this larger crystal. As I showed there, there you go. It's a bit of
there we
swirly
go.
things.
Yeah.
That's like a connecting crystal. So you go up to either an ally or an enemy. So let me find either.
Someone who's available for.
Oh no.
You can't play the beta yet.
You cannot play the beta yet. Let's see.
Oh, there's. Oh!
Oh
They're
no.
They're just running away from you. They're horrible
Okay,
teammates.
so I'm connected with the jury right now, and I'm healing him. Although Ted decides not to hit him. So for 3 seconds long, I connect with either an ally or an enemy via this beam. It also has a
Yeah.
particular range, as you see right there.
It breaks when you hit a certain range.
It is in range. And why the description is so long? Because you do an initial heal, like an initial burst heal, and then the heal over time while this connecting link is active. So the same applies to enemies, but obviously it's not a heal there. Let me see.
Hit him? Oh yeah, you got him.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically if you connect with an ally, you heal over time and with a short burst at the start.
Yeah.
And for the enemy, it's the other way around. You damage them and then damage them over time a little.
Yeah, so some of the limitations to this beam, as you see it, we have the time, we have the range.
Yeah.
Those were all necessary because of his second, like his other skill designed on this
The
boss.
second activate from the same
Yeah.
ability.
And also, the burst attack was made because, as you see, if I see an enemy here, I cannot get close to the turret. Let me collect someone, and then I go through this turret, and it breaks, as you saw
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah.
So it breaks when I go through a turret or a team wall, and this is so that you cannot, well, teleport with that guy.
Yeah, you
Behind
can.
the
So
turret.
you can get them in a place that he shouldn't be. Basically.
Yeah, because now we're going to that other part of this skill, and that's when I connect to them, I can swap places with them.
So the button you use to connect with an ally or an enemy, you can then press again to swap places with them.
Yeah.
Does that also break the chain afterwards?
Yeah, it breaks the
Okay.
chain afterwards. I can also do it with allies.
Okay, so you can. Yeah, that's what that makes this character so interesting. You can save allies, put them in. You put yourself in harm's way basically,
Yeah.
but you save an ally
But you
and
save them.
and well, I guess you do the same thing with an enemy because you put yourself in harm's way as well. Except you put the enemy in an even bigger danger.
Yeah, an even
Yeah.
more difficult situation. Right. That's what it's intended for.
But this, especially the swap, the swap synergizes very well with its other ability, right?
Yeah, his second ability, as you said just now, when he is in harm's way, when he is in a difficult situation, we have the second skill here, which makes him invulnerable for a very short time. So in this case it's E apparently on this computer.
Yeah.
When I press E, you saw there, very short time, X
dissipates.
dissipates into different crystals, and he becomes invulnerable for
Does he also does he still have collision during that time?
Yeah, he has a smaller collision box during this time, so you can get away easier. For example, if like an enemy is blocking you here, like body blocking, you might be able to use this and then
Sneak
sneak past it. But that's primary for defending your allies for bullets. It's a bit of a metagame kind of deal, if you think about it. But because he has collision, he is able to block bullets for his allies.
Yeah,
so
because he's invulnerable.
so if a Durple nuke is coming in, you can just do the refract.
You can basically just kamikaze it without actually without it actually being suicide.
Yeah.
Because you become invulnerable during that time. Okay, yeah. And with the synergy, you can swap places. You're in a dangerous situation. You turn yourself invulnerable, and then you can just rush out as fast as you can during that little window that you have.
Well, yeah, you don't have a lot of movement. You kind of become like Isla's Rage. You fly for a bit. You fly for a bit. You don't have a lot of movement during it. It's more to make sure you take that hit that you are not that you don't want to take. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it does give you a little bit of movement, and you keep your momentum. So it does indeed mean that you can get away easier.
Yeah.
Especially if the displace is short.
Yeah. If you haven't maxed out the Bond's range, basically, yeah.
Also his movement, he's quite swift for a supporty not.
Voltor and Genji aren't the fastest guys around.
Genji is decent.
But he has such slow acceleration, which
acceleration
makes him...
is a thing. Yeah. And he has a little Genji-like jump as well.
Oh, yeah, he's a bit floaty. He can float for a bit.
Yeah, he can float for a bit. Using the power of the crystals.
Nice. So yeah, that's basically basically it's a very complex character, but that's the character. That's X. You can connect with enemies or allies using the bond, and then you can swap places with them.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of limitations, so you can't exploit it heavily.
You might be able to exploit it. The beta will tell, of course.
Yeah, the beta will tell.
This is why it's such a complicated guy, right?
Yeah, because of maybe you forgot an exception, and then in the beta they discover that exception and it breaks the entire character. Well, luckily it's a beta and you can fix it. So that's why we need this early beta for this character, because it's, as you can see, it's a pretty complex character.
It will require multiple betas, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about the upgrades? Are there any interesting ones you'd like to point out?
This one specifically is very interesting. It makes enemies weaker and allies stronger against Awesomenauts by 12% during Psionic Bond.
Okay, so if you connect yourself with an ally, he becomes more resistant against enemy attacks?
No, that's not the case actually. This is an entirely new effect.
Oh.
It makes the ally stronger against Awesomenauts.
Oh, he does more damage.
It does more damage.
Oh, wow.
And specifically also enemies do less damage against Awesomenauts.
Oh, wow. So we've introduced a new buff/debuff.
Yeah.
With this character.
I can find an enemy. I can show you the new icon that we have for it, because when you connect to an ally, you will see the little sword that you see like on Xenia, on Scoop as well. Yeah. Goodbye. And then when the cooldown is done, you will see a little sword with a.
It's a crossed-out sword, basically.
A crossed-out sword.
Okay, so wow, that's a new buff and a new debuff. Also a new buff, I guess. Or is it similar to the ones? Are the ones from Scoop and Xenia also Awesomenaut exclusive, or are they?
I don't think so. The reason why they are Awesomenauts exclusive for this upgrade specifically is because we don't want to affect the pushing of a friendly knot. We don't want this to be like a push train with X. So that's why I put it against Awesomenauts.
It's pretty interesting. This character is already so focused around enemies and allies. Awesomenauts with his bond, it makes sense that everything is aimed at that. So, any other cool upgrades?
Let's see. All of them. I think all of them are cool. So
I'm
biased as well. Let's see. This one is kind of interesting. Creates spinning flying rocks around X while using refract. Damage enemies. It has a very cool visual.
So this gives him an extra way of damaging enemies.
Yeah. Specifically with the duration upgrade, this one is really interesting. But especially when you're trying to flee.
Do you mean OP by interesting?
No, definitely. It was OP in like the last playtest, and Kun was like, "Oh, I'm like having loads of fun with this because I'm winning." And then
do fun.
I'm trying to press middle mouse button. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I see it. Oh wow, that's cool. That looks really cool as well.
Yeah. So the rocks that were usually around X here and there for refractability, because that's what it's called actually.
Yeah, the refractability.
Start rotating, and that makes it damage.
Cool.
Also, something I want to note for which makes the initial skill even a little bit more complicated, actually,
Oh,
is
wow.
the cooldowns. So we found that when you miss this attack a lot against allies, it can be quite frustrating.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to heal them. So that cooldown, when you miss, is a little bit lower.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
5
the
seconds.
yeah, okay. So the cooldown, yeah. Oh, there it is. Where if you miss, it's a 5-second cooldown. But if you hit something and the bond breaks, it's 8 seconds.
It's 8 seconds, and then when you swap places, the cooldown is even longer. Because we know that swapping will be quite strong. So we don't want it happening too often.
Oh yeah.
So therefore, that's 12
why.
seconds.
Yeah, that's why the cooldown for that is not as long. Okay, cool.
Obviously, the numbers aren't final yet because we have the beta.
It's
for
a
that.
beta. Need play
It's
test.
good to know. This one's the icon for this one is really
Yeah.
great.
The icons have all been done, made by our intern Caitlin, and they've also been streamed. So it's not just design; it's also art and all kinds of other stuff.
This always happens during Streamisho.
That's on dev streams, yeah, because the bots are pretty strong. Was there anything else you wanted to show, or?
Well, there was one upgrade that I might be able to show you.
We can hop into a game if you want to have another X.
Join you in the game, or what do you
I
mean?
can join you if you want.
If you want to, or do you want to do that in a custom game, or?
I can join your practice game.
Yeah, of course.
So for everybody who always wanted more support nods in the game, they'll finally get their fix after quite a while with Genji. Yikes.
Yeah, he does a little bit more damage. I feel he's a little bit more offensive orientated, like Genji is.
Yeah, and Voltar as well. They're pretty defensive with all the heals and well, Voltar is in the sense also very an offense-oriented hero because of all the pushing.
Yeah, and Genji is more offense because he does have the AA for it, the auto attack.
Yeah.
And this also takes that into consideration. That he isn't pure support, but we try to make him like very useful to allies in certain situations.
Yeah. So you're now going to kick Robin's ass. We can more clearly show some of the restrictions that are on the. Where are you, Robin?
I'll show you what happens when we do a double swap.
A double swap with each other. Where are you?
On top.
Whee!
Yeah, with this lovely Coco.
Coco, please.
Look at the blue X.
Coco, please. No.
Coco plus. Okay, everyone is up here now. Let's go down.
So what happens if you double swap? Yeah.
That's the question.
Sorry, it was killing fun.
Robin was too busy. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I have a cooldown.
Oh, you have a cooldown.
Should have swapped because now your cooldown is longer.
Yeah.
As we can see.
Yeah. I'm ready.
4 more seconds.
4 seconds.
Okay.
You also
3.
see that the blue
Let's
X
do
is a bit icy. Okay, done.
So it takes one of them takes priority over the other? Or?
Yeah, the one that clicks first.
Because basically it's the same thing you're trying to accomplish, right?
Yeah, essentially.
You're trying to swap places. Well, you did it.
When you actually try to swap one guy, it puts it in a kind of a row of priority, in which the one that first clicked will swap first, and afterwards the other X will also swap. So the X will come in the place where you actually initially thought that the enemy would be. So
Oh wow, that's a mind.
We can do that
That's
with
mind blowing.
Clunk.
Can you
The
try
Clunk's here.
try it with Clunk?
Sorry, I died on my way.
Robin, please.
So I swap him first.
Okay, yeah, connect to him. Oh wait, yeah, now.
Oh well, that will create some chaotic situations during matches. That's for sure.
Yeah, but one thing that also went through iterations, obviously the swap was first a teleport, we found it really like disorienting.
Yeah, if
to
it
players.
instantly, you mean teleport as in it instantly transport instead of what we now see is they're moving to a different place.
Yeah, the camera
Yeah.
moves with it, which is way smoother. You know where you're gonna end up, so you
Yeah.
can act accordingly.
It's not instantly complete chaos as to what's happening and where you are. Yeah.
Something additional I might want to mention is that there's another new like kind of status effect, and that's stasis, which we use during the swap. And what this means is that during the swap, you will be in complete halt, like nothing will happen to your character. So if
Not
a
even
clunk,
cooldowns?
cooldowns will also halt. Yeah,
Okay.
everything will halt. So when this clunk decides to charge up his explode, and I want to swap with him, he's gonna charge, I'm gonna swap, and the charge will still be happening when he's on the other side of the swap.
Even if it has 0.1 second left, it will still be, it will detonate at the end of the swap because you're in complete halt. Oh, that's
Exactly.
interesting. So that will create some cool new opportunities with other characters, which is, yeah, that's really cool. So
Yeah,
I think we can show another upgrade, and then we can do some Q&A.
Yeah,
For
right.
I bet people have some questions about this character.
This one's kind of, well, the most unique one I feel on this AA row, which is when he shoots a little crystal, it leaves a little small X.
Oh, these are a bit similar to Sentry's auto attack,
Yeah.
right? Instead, they don't explode when they
No,
time out.
they stay a little bit for 1.5 seconds, I believe, and they do a bit of damage when they're not connected to them, or when a droid hits them. However, they don't hit immediately, so it will not stack instantly upon. Oh, thanks. It will not stack instantly upon the other damage. So it really not needs to run into it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
more of an area denial thing than.
Yeah, then
And for it can be used for pushing as well, because droids are stupid. They will just run into it.
droids are pretty brainless.
So yeah,
That's X in a nutshell. He's got a lot more ability, a lot more upgrades to for you to play around with.
Oh yeah, there's lots of them.
There's lots of them, and I'm pretty sure people will find the combinations that are completely overpowered. But that's what the beta is for, and that's what Dave can work with, and he can make all the adjustments and balance him out and make him ready for 3.3, which is
Exactly.
after 3.2, which will contain the happy matchmaking server.
Yeah, it's good to point that out every time because.
Because you never know if people have missed it at the start. So if you've got any questions, Robin, can you throw us to the?
I'm gonna put up the chat again because we weren't able to see the chat during the Dying gameplay section.
Should we do a raffle first?
Oh, that's good. That's
People
a good
seem
one.
to like those.
People seem to like raffles, so.
Couldn't imagine.
So okay, Robin will do another raffle, and then we can. Robin's been so nice to put some questions up for us already.
Oh,
It's the ones over there in the bottom.
nice.
All right, I'll give people just a second to post so to get back into the raffle.
Yay!
You do one question, and then we'll do.
Okay. So Nakoji asks, can you teleport somebody off the Starstorm?
Yeah. Okay. So we did some testing for this. If you're both down there, obviously this can happen. And if you wasted your jump, yes, this can be a thing. But it's very situational because the enemy needs to have wasted their jump, and you both need to be down there. But usually it's like a place where you move through anyway. So I don't see it happening too often. It's going to be hard for an X to pull it off. But yes, it can happen.
And it will.
In the team deathmatch, it will be more of a.
More of a thing to happen. And if it happens in an actual match, it's very nice for the highlight reel. So.
Yeah, right. But you cannot. I've tried this because the range is there. You cannot link someone, move all the way down to Starstorm,
and then drop
and
them
move
off.
someone from the the lane to.
So if you pull it off, it will be nice for your YouTube video.
Yeah.
Robin, have you found a winner yet?
Rolling now. It's Hey Joe.
Is he actually a lucky new winner?
Just give me a second. It looks like he is. Congratulations, Hey Joe.
Congratulations, Hey Joe, with the
Congratulations.
Robo Scoop. Robin will send you a key in a few minutes. Be sure to check your Twitch private messages for a key to claim your very own Roboscoop. Next question. Does the swap cancel moves like Snipe?
No, it doesn't. As I said just now.
Puts him in stasis, right?
Actually, we did some playtesting, and Koen managed to just, when I swapped him when he was Raylan, he swapped and he was like, oh, now I'm here, now I'm gonna shoot the other way anyway, and he hit me anyway. So
wow.
It can still happen. If you know where you're gonna end up, and you know, okay, my snipe was in this state or in this duration, you can quickly still adjust if you're a good player. So.
That's pretty cool. So everything's put into stasis and it will just continue after it's swapped. Nothing will be cancelled, basically. Can you change places with Nips or Durple when they are stationary, like turret mode or during fire breath?
Yeah, currently you can. This is something that we might need to test. For Nips, I don't think it's that much of an issue, because she will still be breathing fire, of course. But she will be she might be in a more difficult spot because the duration needs to end, because she dedicates herself to like 3 seconds. I don't know how long flamethrower lasts on top of my head, but if you swap with her while she's doing flamethrower, she might be in a difficult situation and have to wait like a second before she can flee. So that's a bit of a counterplay at the moment. But if you do that with an ally, it's good, right? Because
you want that. You might want that to put her instantly in a group of enemies, and where she can set everybody on fire. Yeah.
And with Durple, it's also something that we have to test. It's actually pretty fun to put a Durple that just is charging a nuke in front of someone. That's a fun thing, but because the turret mode needs to be cancelled first, after the swap, when you're swapping with an enemy, it might be difficult for them to get out of a certain situation. When you're a Durple, you try to avoid like Raylan's time warp, or time rift. And if an X is simply able to put you into a time rift, it might be problematic.
But again, if you're an ally, you might want to put Durple in that situation.
So for an ally, it's kind of that thing. We want to stay consistent with this.
You don't want to put too many exceptions in there.
No, right. On the other side, you could say, okay, Durple is CC immune. But then it's like, okay, so is this a CC or is this, it's kind of up to the players. I will see what the feedback tells me. Is it like annoying? Then obviously we will have to see what we can do about it.
Yeah, it will probably need some iterations and a lot of discussion internally. So you can only tether you can only bond with Awesomenauts, right? You can
only Awesomenauts, not creeps. So you cannot put the solar boss on the lane.
On the top lane and make him destroy everybody. Too bad. I guess it's a good thing. What happens when you're snared? Because that also transfers over to the other location, right?
I believe I think it does. Yeah, so the snare also still happens.
Except you're snared on the other side of the swap.
Well, actually, I think during the swap you become also CC immune for a bit, I believe. So it might actually cancel it.
Interesting.
No, that's only for X, I believe. So X can get out of the situations, but allies don't. I think that's the case. I need to test that more, actually. The snare. Yeah, so I don't know for sure.
Can X teleport behind the enemy turret if the enemy runs away? So I don't think so, right? I mean,
no.
It breaks through every turret, your own and the enemy's. Yeah.
Yeah, it breaks through all turrets.
So well, that's a quick answer. There you have it. Can you teleport Leon's dummy? I don't think so, right? Because it's not. Yeah, it's technically not an Awesomenaut.
Yeah.
So only actual characters are considered Awesomenauts. No clones or dummies like Sentry's teleport dummy.
Nope.
Or Leon's clones. They're all
so all the entities actually, technical term for that aren't knots are not able to swap.
Yeah. So let's do a few more questions before we do another raffle. There's another one coming, and then we'll head off. Let's see if there's another good one. Will Chucho's bomb fall off when you teleport with it? Now they're finding all the little exceptions, right?
It doesn't. But the thing is, the bomb doesn't go into stasis. So what happens if you time it correctly, you can actually avoid the explosion of the bomb, but it will move with you. So it will move with you, but the bomb will not halt in time.
Oh, okay. So the bomb will keep ticking.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's how it currently works. I just realized that the snare. I think the snare still goes over the previous question with the snare. Snare goes over, but every time I play X, I do the immunity instantly after the swap. So that's why I thought that for X it disables. But if you do the immunity while you're snared, it does break it.
Oh, it breaks the snare. Oh, yeah, interesting. Oh, this is a pretty good one. Can characters like Coco still detonate their projectiles while in stasis? So if you shoot a Coco ball and then you get swapped, can you still detonate it on time?
Not while you're swapping.
Not while you're swapping.
But you can do it when you get out of it, but not while you're swapping.
So it's also basically a sort of deny if you time it right.
Yeah.
As X.
Yeah.
But you can also mess up your teammates if you time it wrong. Oh, that's interesting.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. The immunity ability. Is that immunity to everything or just damage? So, for instance, Lone Star Bull...
It's immunity to everything.
Okay, so you're basically just an immovable, indestructible object.
You even get increased mass, which means that you can actually push away most knots.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So it is kind of a powerful ability. If initially you would think like it's similar to Froggy G's dash, in which he also gets a little bit of immunity and also gets away. But because the CC immunity, and yeah, of course, this is the case, this is why there's a little bit more cooldown and it's a little bit more limited.
Okay, do we have another cool question? People really have a lot of questions about...
Does the bond break through the drill? Yes.
And what about Scree's Totem?
Yeah, we're currently like debating that. I think it shouldn't break through Scree's Totem, but because technically it works as a team wall, the totem, because only your team can move through it when your Scree has placed it. That's why it works like that in technically. Yeah. So that's why it breaks to Scree Totem. So
at the moment.
At the moment. So in the beta, Scree will be a bit of a counter to the bond. But I want to change that. For the next beta. So I don't feel.
So if you're getting really comfortable with playing Scree against X, don't get too comfortable because there will be.
I think it's a bit inconsistent, personally, because I don't feel that the Scree Totem is a real team wall in the essence.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to change that.
Okay, what have you done to combat trolls who use friendly teleswap to kill teammates? Blue Jai asks. Well, yeah, well, I guess
this can just simply happen. It can simply happen when you play it that way. This is also something that we really want to test a lot through the gameplay. See if people actually have incentive to purely play this way. Yeah. Because I think there are other ways to troll teammates which are more effective. And you can get the match into a way more horrible state. But still, this might be more personal. On a more personal level, you're trolling someone. Yeah. So
this is very personal trolling you're attempting to do right here. This is actually an unrelated to X question. Somebody asks if we can show the artwork on the shelves. We've actually got 2 bits of artwork. This one was done by... I'll get close to the camera. This one was done by Jacqueline, one of our former interns. She made the character select art for Scoop, Rocco, Nips. So many of them. So yeah, that's made by her. It was a present for us when she when she was done with her internship. The other one is a collection of Genji skins and his base. Yep. And if you look very closely, let's see if I can get in there, and it's autographed by none other than Jesse Cox, who voiced Genji. So that's pretty cool.
And that's awesome.
Yay, Genji. So yeah, that's what's on the shelves, and there's also obligatory Clunk figurine. So let's do 2 more questions.
Yeah, sure.
Really good ones. Really good ones. Does the crystal shard travel through walls?
I think he means the shotgun shot, the little
Yeah,
tree. The first, like in earlier streams, they went through walls, but they don't do that anymore right now. It was a bit inconsistent with the longer ranged one.
Yeah, it was weird to have a part of the attack go through walls, and the other part not. Even though they both look like crystals.
Yeah, correct. And it also makes his pushing a bit better now, so because he has 3 additional crystals that damage the turret.
Yeah. Okay. Does the chain break when you connect to an ally that's teleporting back to base?
Yes.
Okay. Is it at the end of if he's teleported back to base, he's just out of range?
Yeah, the range breaks.
And it breaks, so you can't swap yourself back to base.
Does it work if you link while in the base and he teleports?
Does it work when you're in the base when he teleports? How do you mean? Does like a frame after it?
If you're standing next to each other in the base, and he teleports, and it's technically still in range.
Yeah, that does work.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah. Robin's weird question has been answered.
I don't know in which situation that would be useful, but.
Okay, let's do one more, and then we'll call it a day. We'll do another raffle. Make sure start raffling, Robin.
Start the raffle. The Robo Scoops need to be coming in.
Robin is very busy, and we're looking for a cool question.
Oh, that one is interesting from Bo Boulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the immunity negate the damage from the worm?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. The worm is all powerful.
The worm still eats the crystals.
And he doesn't do any damage. He just eats you.
He just eats
destroys you.
Yeah, he just destroys you instantly. Nothing can stand up to the worm. He's the almighty worm.
All hail.
All hail the almighty worm.
So, it's time for the final Roboscoop of the day, right?
Yay. Raffle it, Robin.
You want to count down?
No.
In that
3,
case,
2, 1, let's do it.
JC Saucisse?
Oh, wow, okay.
Sounds French. I'll see if he is already 1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
1-1. Who is X voiced by? Well, X... Well, nobody yet. We're still working on the entries for the X Voice contest, which everybody in the community could submit their interpretation of X, and we're currently in the final phases of selecting the last. Well, the best ones, the finalists.
Yeah, the finalists together with Sonic Picnic.
Yeah.
We were looking at like the entries that we found the most appropriate.
Yeah.
To voice X. And we're still like looking through those last few
and applying we're also already applying the effects to them.
Yeah.
Because you can use the non-edited voice, but it doesn't really give the exact idea of what the voice will sound like.
Right. We want to give X like the little bit of a crystalline, like echoey voice.
Yeah.
So that's Sonic Picnic is going to put some effects over the voices that we have currently chosen, and see like does it still work, or does this voice not work with the effects? Therefore, it doesn't work anyway.
Yeah. So keep an eye on Facebook, Twitter, where we will announce everything related to this contest, and the lucky winner will be made clear in the near future, I think.
Yes.
So I think that was it for today. Thank you all for watching. It was pretty exciting from our very comfortable new studio. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out the Beta Brawl this Sunday, and be sure to give all your feedback on X and everything in the beta on our official forums, so Dave can get back to work on improving X. And hopefully you guys enjoy playing him.
Back to work, yeah.
And then you will enjoy playing him even more when he releases in patch 3.3. So again, for now, thanks for watching from all of us here.
Beta should be going live momentarily.
And the beta should be live right after the stream ended. And if not, update, restart Steam.
Yeah, and, all that stuff.
All the good stuff that you normally do to get the beta. So thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.